Greetings, my Autobots, and welcome back to Autobot ASMR's Transformers Reviews. Should really shorten the title of this show. You know, give it a more snappy title like... I don't know. My creativity eludes me tonight. But we are going to be taking a look at a interesting little duo. Because these figures are from the Rise of the Beast mainline, but you'll notice they're not exactly quite like other Transformers in regards to their size and detail, because these are the mainline Transformers Rise of the Beasts battle changers Optimus Prime and Scourge. So let's kick things off with, you know what, we'll go with the old reliable. There's nothing wrong with Optimus Prime. Let's just adjust the light a little bit. So you can see Optimus Prime, very different to his appearance in... Let me just adjust that light a little bit. It's awfully finicky tonight. But Optimus Prime, you can see, is very different to his Rise of the Beast incarnation. Like, he is not at all the same vehicle. He appears to be a sort of armoured APC. That's an AAPC. He's an APC, or military troop deployment vehicle. And yeah, I really like this vehicle mode. You know, it's different, but it's still distinctly Optimus. You've got the blue, you've got like the nice blue. Some of the tires don't roll. These two in particular, they're just kind of useless. They're vestigial wheels. They're just there. The front wheels do in fact roll, as well as the back ones. And you can actually see some pretty nice details on the front. You've got a little painted windshield, and even the little silver highlights at the top are actually painted, which is pretty neat if you ask me. Got a little replacement wheel on the top, and yeah, the detail, it's a bit more minimalistic for these figures, but then again, the price these guys are going for, they're more so pocket money figures. You know, you're not really gonna, you're not gonna expect a masterpiece with these kinds of budgets, but these are great wee toys for kids, because let me show you, they're fun, they're simple, but even for a collector like me who's I'm a bit more fond of the more complex Transformers and more accurate ones, but that doesn't mean I don't get enjoyment out of these little simple ones, because these guys are just great, in my opinion. They're great little fidget things just to play around with, or play about with. So let's get stuck into Optimus Prime's transformation. What you're going to want to do is take the wheels and just flip them up. You'll see they're on these little swingy bits. Yeah, the swingy bits. The swingy bits, the doohickey things, and all this, that, and the other. That's the terminology we've got here, folks. So just flip these little wheel sections up, then you're going to want to take the robot mode legs and what will be the robot arms and just disconnect them like so. Bring down the waist. As you can see, it is on a separate hinge, so you're just going to want to bring that down and then whoosh, rotate that 180. Split the legs. Just bring the light down a little bit, because I am filming this rather late at night, so we have to make a bit of a compromise for lighting, but trust me, we'll make it work. So just take the arms on these little hinge sections and just swing them back like such. Rotate so the arms are facing the way they normally would. Bring the wheels back as far as they'll go, and take this little panel and flip it up, and there you go. There you have Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And I have to say, I think this guy looks pretty cool for such a simple toy. You know, that's the thing with these battle changers. They're lacking in regards to the posing department, but for just desk robots or just little toys that you can get for your kids, or even just simple little Transformers to muck around with on the fly, these guys, you could do a lot worse. You really could. You know, you could do far, far worse than these battle changers. These guys are pretty fun little doohickeys. But you just come around. I just said doohickeys unironically. That's going to come back and bite me in the arse sooner rather than later. But now, this is what I neglected to mention, but I wanted to save it for the robot, because battle changers, as the name implies, have weaponry as a key gimmick. Now, unlike Studio Series figures where you say you had a gun and then you can just pop it in there and then Prime can just pew, 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 fire away, this Prime has a built-in Energon sword that you can just unpeg from the side, flip out, and there you go. You can have Optimus just wielding his sword like in the movie. In fact, I actually noticed this is more like his sword from Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. Maybe it was a bit of a modelling snafu, or maybe it was a deliberate reference, who knows. But like I said before, this guy, or this design, doesn't actually appear in the Rise of the Beast film at all, so, you know, maybe it was an oversight, or maybe they just want to get some mileage out of this model, who knows. So, we'll set Optimus to the side for the time being. We'll do the reverse transformation towards the end, since that is where everything just comes to a close, as it were. So, next up on the agenda, we have the Battle Changer Scourge. Let's see, let me move him on top of the PlayStation games there. We have the Battle Changer Scourge. Now, again, like the Studio series, this Scourge is based off the concept art, so while the truck is more accurate to the finished film, the robot mode is more concept art accurate, as you will see. See here, Scourge is a very Mad Max looking truck. You know, like I said with the Studio series figure, this is essentially that, but much simpler, smaller, less posability. Actually, that reminds me, we'll talk about posability after we do Scourge. So, come right here, we can actually see the figure is actually picked out or molded in this sort of sickly green plastic. It almost kind of looks like rusted or faded gold, with some nice orange paint in the windshield and the doors to give it that infernal look that the character is so known for. We got the chest piece there, and we can actually, or if you can look in close, well, I can't really angle it because of the light, but you can actually see the Terracon insignia smack dab in the center. So let's do Scourge's transformation. What you're going to want to do is just take the smokestacks, bring them down, just like that. Make sure they'll snap softly into place. They'll make a little, but you know what, let's do it again for the fun of it, because I love the way it sounds, and it'll probably be very relaxing for you guys, so let's do it again. Nice. There we go. It almost looks like he's got blasters. You know, you can use your imagination. That's actually pretty cool. You can have Scourge turning his smokestacks into blasters, so he can just roll down the road and fire off at the Autobots, or even Decepticons, or other Terracons, because Scourge isn't opposed to killing his own. So you're going to want to split the legs at this little tab here, and then bring them out from the arms, and just bring them down here for the time being. Take the arms and bring them out on these little hinges, and they will snap into place with these little pegs. Nice and gently, just like that. And then you're going to bring the legs down, take the waist, rotate it 180 so that the legs and the feet are facing forward. Then you're going to want to take the chest piece and just bring it down, and it will tap into place. And there you have Scourge in his robot mode. So let's just bring the light up a little bit more. Let's see. Not exactly sure about this lighting scenario, folks, but I'll try my best. Yeah, as best we can, given the circumstances, but Scourge here looks pretty good. You know, granted the posability definitely suffers for these figures, but for what they're worth, you know, they're just more so for fidgeting, like transforming them back and forth, because, you know, that's the main fun of a transformer is, well, the fact that they transform. And for these to be not only pretty faithful recreations of different characters, as well as just being fun figures in their own right, you know, I don't have much of a problem with that. It's not really my ideal, my main cup of tea when it comes to Transformers, but I'm a lot more, I just love Transformers unconditionally, the stories, the characters, so every time I see a figure, I just think, that looks pretty neat, I might pick that up. The perks of having, well, a fandom, I guess. But Scourge's Battle Changer gimmick is his arm blade. Just like in the movie, it rests normally on his forearm like that. So you can have him sort of wielding it like he did in the movie. Or if you want to, you can bring it up and it will sort of soft peg into place. And you can wield it more so like a butter knife of death, destruction, and eternal torment, because that seems to be the kind of thing that Scourge is into. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly have him over for dinner. He seems like a bit of a prick. But yeah, posability wise, the Battle Changers, they're and I'm just going to be upfront, they're not very good in terms of posability. You know, you have nothing at the head is just completely stuck in place on Scourge. You can rotate the arms 180 or 360, what am I on about? You can bring the arms out that far, nothing at the elbow, they're just molded in place. So, and again, legs can kick up that far, they can move out that far, move up, down, so not exactly the most dynamic range of motion on these guys. But for the sounds they make in these videos, as well as just the novelty factor of them, I think they're pretty cool toys in their own right. So Optimus here, same sort of posability, arms can rotate the full 360, they can go out that far. Head-wise, nothing at the head, it is molded in place, as you can see with that little assembly there, so not really. Let's just move Scourge out the road there for the time being. So we can move that up. Legs can move way further than Scourge, so you can have Prime doing just the most insane surprise attack ever. You can just have Scourge like, Prime, protect the key, don't let them get to the bridge. And then Prime just comes in like, I am going to murder you, Scourge. He just jumps out and doing like a Mega Prime split. He's just, you know, that could be like a secret vehicle mode. The Prime split jet of doom and destruction. Yeah. We have fun here on this channel. You know, at the end of the day, that's what everything's all about here. You know, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just have fun. Because at the end of the day, you know, that's what Transformers is all about, right? You know, brings people together, people enjoy it. I mean, it'd be kind of wrong for me to make these videos if I didn't enjoy it, and that's part of why I love it so much. Because I get to show all these cool little toys and characters to the world. So, hey, that's just, you know, the perks of having the channel. And for all of you guys, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. And yeah, we are going to get stuck in with, I just noticed there's a little bit of, looks like goo on my recording stand. It's like blue tack. Never mind. But let's transform them back into their vehicle modes. So for Scourge, I'm going to just take the rest. I'm having a stroke tonight, folks. I'm just completely losing my marbles. But yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys appraised as to how things are going with the channel recently, because we had a massive surge in subscribers recently. It went from 150, which is already mental enough on its own. The fact that we experienced so much growth in, what, just over a month? And, well, it's been a long time since I started the channel, but I'm losing my track of the conversation. But ever since then, you know, it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I just worried about, what if I disappoint people? Like, what if people don't like seeing certain figures, or they don't like certain, I don't know, aspects of the commentary? But I just said, you know what, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Just do what I do, and do it as best I can. And yeah, that's all any of us can do, because at the end of the day, I have fun making these videos, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So let's just see, bring those over here. There we go, I still remember. Reminds me of the time I was talking with my uncle, and he says to me, how on earth are you able to keep all those instructions in your head at all time? I said, you know what, it's like every other aspect of my life that could be used for groundbreaking scientific research and breakthroughs that could benefit all of mankind. Yeah, I know how to transform a Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Optimus without any instructions. I know it off by heart, so yeah, there's that. But this has been my look at the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Battle Changers, Optimus Prime, and Scourge. So let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. I appreciate all the likes and subscriptions, as well as just fan input from all of you guys relating to these videos. And I hope that, coupled with all the recent projects I've been doing, like the Dust Let's Play and future collaborations, as well as audio roleplays, I hope that you guys stick around to see what I come up with next, because I have a feeling you guys will all enjoy it. So with all that being said, Zorabot ASMR signing off for the night. I wonder if it should be Terracons roll out to bed, but then again, Terracons, they have terror in the name. They're not exactly the most, they don't really know how the whole benefits of ASMR thing works. Yeah. Terracons must be very lonely. What am I going on about?